Hey, welcome back to the DonBest.com studios. I'm Pat Williams. He's Kenny White. We're talking NFL preseason football. Kenny, let's go to Cincinnati with the Packers in town. Packers 345.5. Again, a full 3-point move on the total. This game opened 42.5, now 45.5, Kenny. People love betting the over. Week 3 preseason play.
Well, the NFL now is a passing league, and these coaches are sticking to their guns in preseason, and they're throwing the football. Mike McCarthy, big trend, 20-6 over his last 6 years as preseason head coach.
All right, so we've got starters for both teams, Kenny. Will play the entire first half projected. Aaron Rodgers, I'm not worried about him personally, but he's been a little shaky so far in the preseason, 8 for 19, 75 yards. And I got to tell you, very uncharacteristic, this Green Bay Packer team, 8 turnovers in the first 2 preseason games. This needs to be the first half that they tighten it up.
Well, you know, I don't think the Packers really care much about the preseason. I think it's the regular season they're getting ready for. When you look at McCarthy's 12-14, he's lost 14 preseason games. I don't think they really care, so they're just trying to get tuned up for the regular season. They have lost their first 2 this year. Maybe they turn it on in the first half. They come out and play a little bit more Green Bay Packer football.
Aaron Rodgers will have 2 of his favorite targets back, probable in this game, Jermichael Finley and Greg Jennings. Cedric Benson, the former Bengals running back, going to be coming back home to play against his old mates. Little chirping going on. Should be interesting. A father for the preseason game.
Oh, I think Cincinnati will get the best of Benson. Learning a complete new playbook. Everything's foreign to him. It's a new language coming into the Packers. He has been a step slow, I think, so far. He'll be fine during the regular season. First action here, probably gets 5-6 carries for 15 yards.
I don't think it matters who plays running back for the Packers, Kenny, because they can't run block. They pass block extremely well. Aaron Rodgers moves around that pocket as good as anybody, but they just have not been able to get the running game going since really Rodgers has been there.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. When you look at their numbers and what they do in these preseason games, they've thrown 79 passes, only 40 rushing attempts. This team runs the ball throws the ball 70% of the time.
All right, let's look at this Bengals team. They're 2-0 in the preseason. It's nice to win. Dalton looked pretty good last week versus Atlanta, 8 for 14, 125 yards, hooked up with a touchdown with A.J. Green. But again, no Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis here, Bernard Scott still out. That's going to be their 1-2 big back, small back running attack. Carlos Dunlop, Ray Maluga, and Jermaine Gresham all out with injury. Talk about this Bengals team and their ability to slow down the Green Bay Packers.
Well, you know, the Cincinnati Bengals are 2-0 in the preseason, but again, Marvin Lewis is another guy, a veteran on the sidelines. He really doesn't care about winning these games. He knows the regular season is where it counts. He's 20-19 straight up, including the 2 wins he has this year. I like their quarterback rotation, though, and I think that's the reason why they are 2-0 this year. You're looking at Dalton continuing to gain experience, but Brad Gradkowski has experience. I really like Zach Robinson. Tyler Hansen hasn't had much of an opportunity yet, but he has a little talent as well.
All right, let's just have a couple asterisks on this game, Kenny. The Bengals last week surrendered 391 passing yards versus the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta first teamers had 200 yards in the first half. Aaron Rodgers had to be looking at that film and somewhat licking his chops.
No doubt about it. I agree with you. And Graham Harrell, he's trying to prove something to as the backup quarterback for Green Bay. You remember he came from Texas Tech. He's used to throwing the football. He had 2 interceptions last week, both very unlucky. One was at the end of the half on a Hail Mary. The other was a wide receiver slipped, or that would not have been an interception. I think you'll see Harrell play much better this week.
All right, let's close with this. Taylor Mays has been given the starting safety job for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's 230 pounds. He's a beast against the run, Kenny, but Aaron Rodgers will look to expose this guy because he cannot cover anybody on passing plays. Look for whoever Taylor Mays is guarding on first and second down. He's really going to struggle.
Yeah, that was the beef on him at USC. He was such a great safety, but you're right. He struggles a little bit in pass coverage. Great against the run. He's more of a linebacker playing safety. NFL, boy, you're right. Professional quarterbacks will eat him alive.
He's Kenny White. I'm Pat Williams. Good luck on your selections. Cincinnati hosting Green Bay. Green Bay 345.5. We'll see you right back here real soon at DonBest.com.